out a $200
guys,
Wagyu steak.
so
His dad cut one piece, chewed it.
This will be one of my videos. The reason why there's black stuff over the text is because I don't want anyone's name shown because I don't have their permission. That's why there's entire black text there. But okay, Steve will continue, and I'm gonna react to his story live.
Floor. My roommate sat through the whole thing, shoulders hunched, eyes on his plate, like this was just another dinner. When his dad left the table for a business call, my roommate got up and pulled the chef aside. He handed her an envelope with his saved-up meal plan money. For the staff's dinner, he whispered, and I'm sorry about him. That's when it clicked. He wasn't broke. He was giving his meal plan money away every month. The ramen was a choice. He'd rather go hungry than become his dad. He'd been going to her kitchen every Sunday for months learning to cook. Last week, he opened his own restaurant. Anyone who disrespects his staff gets banned, even his dad. This story was really nice. Mrs. Whitley held up her hand. Stop. Nice is a nothing word. Give me 3 better ones and use each in a sentence. She did this every single class. You couldn't say nice, bad, fun, cool, or good without getting stopped and sent to the dictionary. One of my classmates leaned over after the 3rd correction in one period and whispered, "What if we gave her what she wanted?" The next morning, someone walked in and said, "Good morning, Mrs. Whitley." She raised her hand. Before she could speak, he corrected himself. "My apologies. The atmospheric conditions this morning are absolutely invigorating, and the fluorescent ambiance of your classroom fills me with an overwhelming sense of scholastic enthusiasm." She lowered her hand. "That's actually wonderful. See, doesn't that feel better than good?" During the same period, a girl raised her hand. "Mrs. Whitley, may I request temporary leave to vacate the premises and access the communal sanitation chamber?" She paused. "You mean the bathroom?" "I believe that's the primitive term, yes." She let her go, but her smile was gone. The next day, a kid raised his hand during a reading assignment. "Mrs. Whitley, might I trouble you for assistance in obtaining a graphite-based instrument traditionally utilized for the purpose of written expression?" She stared at him. "You want a pencil, if that's what you'd like to call it." By day 3, every answer on every assignment was a paragraph. Every question was a speech. She called on a kid for a one-word answer, and he stood up and delivered a 45-second monologue that used the word nevertheless 3 times. She shut her book. "Please, I am begging you, just talk like normal people." A kid in the back raised his hand. "Mrs. Whitley, are you requesting a regression to the primitive and unsophisticated linguistic patterns you once so passionately implored us to abandon?" She grabbed her head with both hands. "Yes, please just use normal words." On the next assignment I wrote, "This book was really nice." She gave me a B+. I'm a flying instructor, and one day, while in the air with a man taking a one-on-one lesson, he reached into his shoe and pulled out a knife. "Fly exactly where I say, or you're never coming home to your kids again." My whole body froze. He placed a piece of paper with coordinates in front of me and pressed the blade against my neck. I asked him how he got the knife in here, and he told me the security guard never actually bothered to scan him. His face was completely calm. No sweat, no shaking, like he'd already decided how this was going to go. He told me to just fly, so I did. I tried asking him where we were going, but he didn't answer. Just sat behind me with the blade against my seat, staring straight ahead. Every few minutes, he'd check his watch and tell me, "Fly faster. I don't have time." I thought about grabbing my phone, but the second my eyes moved to it, he pressed the knife against my neck hard enough to draw blood. One wrong move. I realized I had no choice and just flew. When we finally reached the coordinates, it was just a field. I asked him if this was actually it, and he told me aggressively to just land. I brought the plane down, and my heart was pounding out of my chest. But the second we stopped, everything about him changed. He put the knife down. His hands started shaking. He opened his wallet and shoved every bill inside into my hand. "Thank you. I'm so sorry for this, but my daughter is in emergency surgery at that hospital and she might not make it." He pointed behind me at the hospital across the field. This was the quickest way to get to her. He jumped out and sprinted across the field. I went home that day and fired my security guy. I was sweeping my garage when my neighbor stormed in and screamed, "Murderer!" Mr. Gray's cat Mittens had been missing for 3 days, and I'd seen him putting up wanted posters to find me because I was never home. Now he found me. He pointed at a tuft of gray and white fur. "Evidence!" I pulled it out and held it up. "That's from a winter coat." That's exactly what a murderer would say. He spotted the metal cage I'd set near the wall for the raccoon that kept raiding my trash. He pulled a single gray hair off the wire and held it up like he was in a courtroom. Mrs. Walden poked her head through the garage door. "Is everything all right?" Gray waved the cage at her. "He murdered Mittens." Mrs. Walden looked at me and gasped, "You monster!" More neighbors drifted up the driveway behind her. Gray pointed at the garbage bags in my truck. "He's disposing of the body." I threw my hands up. "It's old paint cans and Christmas lights." Exactly what someone guilty would say. I slammed my broom on the floor.
Oh my gosh,
"Fine, search the whole garage." They pulled out boxes and flipped open bins while Gray supervised with his arms crossed. Someone held up a crumpled tarp and asked if it was cat-related. A meow cut through the garage. Everyone froze. Gray looked at me like he'd caught his confession. I pulled the door open and a squirrel shot off the shelf, landed on my shoulder, and launched itself into the crowd. Mrs. Walden screamed and grabbed onto Gray. half the driveway scattered. Mrs. Walden was still holding onto Gray's arm when we heard another meow. This one came from outside. Mittens was stretched across the hood of Gray's own car, yawning. I looked at Gray. That's exactly what a kidnapper's car would look like. My teacher barged in sweating and screamed, "Does anybody here know a lawyer?" Before we could respond, Mr. Scully opened his drawers, shoving papers into his bag, and I saw something black and metallic fall in too. He screamed again, "Does anyone know a lawyer?" I don't know why, but I raised my hand. My uncle, his head snapped. "You, with me, now." He rushed to me and physically dragged me out. We reached the parking lot where his car was already running with its doors open. But just as we were about to get in, two police cruisers pulled into the school entrance. Mr. Scully went pale and quickly shoved us in, immediately flooring the accelerator. He ducked and shoved my head down too. We drove past the cruisers without seeing the road. When he told me I could sit up, I reached for the door handle, but it had the child lock enabled. Mr. Scully clenched his jaw. "I just need your help, then you can go. Call your uncle and tell him I'll pay triple." I didn't want to, but when I saw the metallic object sticking from the bag at his feet, I realized I had no choice. I called my uncle, but Mr. Scully snatched my phone. He turned the camera to prove I was safe, and after explaining everything, my uncle told us to come to his office. When we arrived, Mr. Scully dumped his bag on my uncle's desk. Skydiving licenses, photos of a woman, a laptop, flash drives, but the metallic object wasn't there. "I'm being accused of my ex-wife's death, but I didn't kill her, I swear," he said. My uncle asked questions, and Mr. Scully explained his ex-wife and her new husband had a skydiving accident where Mr. Scully worked over the summer. Their equipment failed, but my uncle noticed the official report showed Mr. Scully had signed off on their equipment being safe. My uncle made a face and quickly said he needs to talk to me alone. We walked to the bathroom, but I saw Mr. Scully's eyes go wide. My uncle wrote me a note. He did it. "I know when they're lying. I already texted 911. Play dumb until they arrive." I was sweating because I now had to act for my life. We opened the bathroom door, and Mr. Scully was there with the gun pointed at us. "You think I'm guilty?" My uncle put his hands up, realizing he had to drop the act. "I'll defend you, but I can't if you hurt us." Mr. Scully hesitated, then he pressed the gun against my ribs and told us to walk. In the office, he kept it at my ribs. "One wrong move and I'll fire." I kept thinking about how police were coming, and how if they barged in, he'd shoot me. Mr. Scully pulled up the videos he took of them falling and his diary. They saw me and didn't even recognize me. He grabbed her hand on the way down and held it the whole time. It was beautiful to watch. My uncle was on his phone, pretending to take notes, but actually communicating with the officers. But Mr. Scully noticed him. "What's that?" He lunged at my uncle, and that's when the front door exploded open. Cops ran in. Mr. Scully whipped his gun around and aimed it at me. I covered my face, ready to die, and heard him pull the trigger. His gun went off, but I felt nothing. I opened my eyes and saw Mr. Scully on the floor, having shot himself in the head. A teenager tried to hospitalize my 9-year-old over air hockey. He slammed the air hockey puck into my son's goal and won the game, throwing his hands up and screaming, "Yeah!" My 9-year-old looked upset, but still reached out to shake his hand, but the teenager slapped it away and pointed in my son's face. "Loser! You're a loser!" He turned back to his girlfriend on the bench and grinned at her. "Did you see that shot, babe? I totally destroyed him," and she gave him a weak smile. I stepped forward and said, "Hey man, he's 9. You shouldn't call kids names," but he barely looked at me. Yeah, whatever you say, old man." But then my son came over to me and asked if he could play the kid again. I gave him another coin, then gave him some tips. The second game started, and the teenager was still laughing until my son scored the first goal. We high-fived, and the kid's face just went red with anger. From that moment on, he stopped even trying to score and just started slamming the puck so hard the table shook, literally trying to lift it off the table and hit my son. My 9-year-old was flinching behind his mallet, and the kid kept glancing back at his girlfriend after every hit to see if she was watching. Then, one of the pucks flew up off the table and hit my son right in the forehead. My son dropped his mallet and started crying as a bruise began forming on his head, and the kid burst out laughing. He looked back at his girlfriend. "Babe, did you see that? He's actually crying," but she wasn't laughing. That's when I walked over, put my hand on my son's shoulder, moved him aside, and put a coin in. "My turn," the teenager grinned. "I don't want to commit elder abuse," but then I served, and the first goal went in before he even touched the puck. His smile dropped. I scored again, and he slammed his mallet hard on the table. His girlfriend giggled behind him. The third goal, he started hitting himself with the mallet in anger, and when I scored the final goal, he grabbed the entire table and literally shoved it sideways. My son was laughing at him, and his girlfriend stood up. "You're embarrassing me." He tried to chase after her, but security stopped him and ordered him to come with them. My downstairs neighbor knocked on my door and told me her and her husband were doing renovation work, so if I heard anything, just ignore it. Over the next few hours, I heard banging and drilling, but after they were done, water stopped coming out of of my tap. Instead, it was this horrible, rancid smell that was so bad I doubled over. I tried the kitchen tap, but again, no water, just that rotting stench. I called a plumber immediately. He came over, traced the pipes, and said the damage was because of my downstairs neighbor. Something had punctured the pipe in her wall. She opened the door, and when the plumber explained we needed to come in, her face went white. She said now wasn't a good time, and quickly closed the door. The plumber shrugged and said he could try something else. He spent an hour working, but when I went back to my apartment and turned the tap on, there was still no water, and the smell was still there. I called the plumber back and told him whatever he did didn't work. The only option was getting behind the neighbor's wall. We went back to her door and knocked. "Do you really need to come in?" The plumber nodded. "There's no other way, ma'am. I need to see behind that wall." She looked at me, then back at the plumber. "Are you sure? You're absolutely sure you really want to come in?" The plumber said yes. She stood there for a second, then smiled extremely wide and stepped aside. "Okay, no problem. Come right in." Something about her sudden high-pitched voice made my stomach turn. We walked in, and I instantly noted how there seemed to be no work done, no paint, no drills, or anything signaling renovation. The only thing that seemed different was the huge painting in front of me, hung on the exact wall that the pipes ran behind. "What kind of work did you do?" I asked, trying to sound casual. The woman stared at me with that same smile and said, "The usual kind. It was mostly just hanging up this painting." I thought about it. What kind of painting takes hours of banging and drilling to hang up? The plumber told her he was sorry, but he needed to take it down and open the wall up to see the pipe. Her eyes went wide. She paused for a minute. "Is that really necessary?" The plumber nodded. The woman stared at him before smiling. "Of course," and turning away towards the kitchen. "Just getting you a drink while you work." Everything about her felt wrong. I was watching the plumber work when suddenly I heard something behind me. Soft tiptoes, like someone trying not to make a sound. I turned and saw her inching toward us with a kitchen knife over her head. She lunged at me, but the plumber heard. He spun around and threw the wrench in his hand at her head. It caught her in the temple, and she hit the floor. My hands were shaking. The plumber's were too. We looked at each other, and then at the wall. He pulled the painting off and opened it. When he did, we both backed up. Her husband's body was in the wall. His wounds were still fresh. I realized the renovation I'd heard wasn't renovation at all. It was her unaliving him and sealing him inside the wall. The crazy part is, she would have gotten away with it. But when she hung up the painting, the nail she hammered through the wall also went through my pipe, allowing the smell to seep into the pipe and through my tap. My wife and I sat down and both agreed that we wouldn't be having any more kids. We loved our daughter, but we'd just gotten promotions and really wanted to focus on our careers. But then one day, our daughter handed me her family drawing that she'd made in school. Me, her mom, her, and a fourth person with an arrow pointed towards her mom's belly. I asked, "Who's that fourth person?" And my daughter's eyes lit up. "That's the baby inside mom's belly. She told me I'm going to be a big sister." I froze, and when I looked over, my wife was standing in the doorway. "We're having a baby boy," she smiled with tears in her eyes. "I know we said we wanted to focus on our careers, but I can be a stay-at-home mom, and you can keep working. If you pick up extra hours, you'll make enough for us both." I still thought she was joking, until I put my hands on her belly and felt something move inside. She smiled at me again. "Well, what do you think?" That's when I replied, "I think now is a good time to tell you. I got a vasectomy 3 months ago. I know that baby's not mine." Her face dropped, but I walked out without responding. And after thinking about it, I realized she only suggested being a stay-at-home mom, so the real dad could come over while I worked overtime. During lunch period, my lunch lady aunt slipped me a note. "Don't eat any of the food. Something's going on." I looked up at her, but she was already serving the next kid, not making eye contact. "What's this?" I whispered. She ignored me and kept serving. I sat down with my usual group. Everyone was eating. The pizza looked normal, smelled normal. Owen took a huge bite. Finally, decent pizza. I pushed mine around my plate and pretended to eat. "Not hungry?" Taylor asked. "Big breakfast." 20 minutes into lunch, Liam grabbed his stomach. "Oh shit." He ran to the bathroom fast. "Dude,
Oh, he
probably ate too
cooked.
fast." Owen laughed. Then
But
Chloe
it's
doubled over.
cooked.
"Oh god." She ran too.
They're
Didn't make it.
cooked.
Vomit hit the cafeteria floor. Within 5 minutes, 10 kids had fled to bathrooms. Then 20. Then the sound started. Explosions from the bathrooms. Crying. Begging. Owen's face went white mid-sentence. He stood up and immediately shit himself right there. It ran down his legs. "Help me," he whispered. Taylor projectile vomited across the table. It hit 3 people. The cafeteria erupted. Kids running, falling, bodily fluids everywhere. Jenna collapsed by the door, lost control of everything, lying in her own waste, crying. "Call 911, someone screamed, but the screamer then doubled over and added to the nightmare on the floor. I ran to the bathroom. Every stall was occupied. Kids were using sinks, urinals, trash cans, the floor. The smell was unbearable. Shit, vomit, sweat. Ramon was on his knees in the hallway.
cooked.
It won't stop coming out. Brown liquid pooled around him. Teachers were trying to help, but getting sick from the smell. Miss Harrington vomited just from walking into the bathroom. Everyone stop eating, Principal Avery announced over the intercom. But 300 kids had already eaten. The hallway was a war zone. Kids crawling through their own waste. Some passed out in it. I saw Eric literally tear his pants off in desperation. No shame left, just animal panic. The cheerleaders were huddled together, crying, their white uniforms destroyed. Maddie was convulsing on the floor. My intestines are coming out, she screamed. Blood in her waist now. Others too. Ambulances arrived. EMTs walked in and immediately walked back out. We need hazmat, one yelled. The gym became a makeshift hospital. Kids on stretchers, IVs everywhere. The smell made nurses gag. It's not stopping, Chloe cried. Completely empty, but still cramping. Some kids were hallucinating from dehydration. Drew thought he was dying, kept saying goodbye to his mom who wasn't there. Mass poisoning event, the EMT announced. This isn't food poisoning. I found my aunt cleaning in the kitchen. Calm. Tia, people are dying. No one's dying. But then I saw Rosa, the other lunch lady. She was at the back door with her purse, trying to leave. Where are you going? I asked. Home. My last day. During this, she smiled. They got what they deserved. My blood went cold. What did you do? 10 years of lunch lady slop, of Rosa's mystery meat, of throwing food at me. You poisoned them. Extra ingredient. Industrial strength laxative. The kind they use for colonoscopy prep. Times 10. Times 10? Your aunt didn't know. She served clean food to you. I look at the cafeteria. Kids were being carried out, covered in their own shit. The floor was slick with bodily fluids. This could kill them. They'll shit for days. Maybe have a little respect for the people who feed you. I was stopped at a red light when headlights flashed across my mirror and everything went sideways. The airbag slammed my head back and guacamole from my DoorDash order flew everywhere. I couldn't hear anything except ringing. I crawled out through the passenger side, tried to stand, and my legs gave out. I'm on my hands and knees on the pavement when I hear, "Bro, what the hell? My brand new car. I just got it yesterday." An orange Hellcat was sitting sideways in the intersection with smoke coming off the tires. Some kid was standing over me screaming, "Why'd you reverse into me?" I looked up at him from the ground. "I can't feel my legs." "I don't care about your legs. Look what you did to my car." He pulled out his phone and started filming his Hellcat without even glancing at me or my flipped car. "My dad's a lawyer, so you're either gonna pay for my car or we're gonna bury you." I couldn't even stand up, and this kid was threatening to sue me. Cops showed up 10 minutes later, and the kid completely transformed, limping and holding his neck. He told the officer I reversed into his Hellcat for no reason. The cop took one look at my Corolla on its side next to the brand new Hellcat and didn't even ask for my side. He gave me the ticket and left. I'm sitting on the curb holding my legs when a second cruiser pulled up. The kid saw it and started limping again. The door opened and I heard, "Oh hell no." It was my dad's buddy from the neighborhood. He'd been on patrol and heard the call. He crouched down next to me. "Tell me everything." I told him what happened. He looked at both cars and shook his head. "I believe you, but without proof, there's nothing I can do. Is there anything? Any witness? Any camera? Anything?" I don't know. Then I looked at my Corolla and saw it through the cracked windshield. The dash cam I installed 6 months ago to catch DoorDash scammers. Still mounted to the dash, right where I left it. Actually, yeah, I do. He watched me crawl over to my car, reach through the broken window, and pull out the SD card. He plugged it into his laptop in the cruiser. 30 seconds of footage. My car sitting still at a red light. The Hellcat spinning out of a dealership. The kid laughing right before he slammed into me. Everything the kid told the first cop was a lie, and now we both knew it. He stepped out of the cruiser, walked straight to the kid, and got in his face. "You want to tell me what really happened?" The kid backed up a full step. His fake limp was gone. He looked over at me, then back at the cop standing 6 inches from his nose. "You filed a false report, and that limp you walked in with healed up real quick." The kid started stammering. "My dad's a lawyer. You can't just call him. You're gonna need one." He was right. I ended up settling for enough money to buy 5 Hellcats thanks to a $30 dash cam. My grandpa...
Okay, so I'm gonna ask my friends on a Minecraft server if they're okay with being in my YouTube video. So give me a second. Okay guys, so this is my Minecraft SMP with my friends on here. So here's the admins. I said do slash. So wait. Let me check my base again. I'm missing something. No, this is not right. Oh crap! No. I think the game mode's still in hard on this SMP. Yeah, it's in hard, so buddy's gonna break down my door. Homie, you ain't getting in here at all. Get the heck out of here. This man like a real guy. Over here, homie. Homie wanna fight? Oh, did that. But this is my friend's Minecraft server. Or not my friend's, but it's a Minecraft server that I found. You can become anything you want. I'll put actually I don't know the link of it. I'll ask the admins though if I can put the link in my video for y'all. So let me ask. So y'all can join if y'all want to. I'll ask my friend if I ever see him again. If he ever joins, that he's in a YouTube video. I started my account for a reason, because I used to talk to myself a lot about something, wanting to be a YouTuber. I'd always talk about how others are recording YouTube videos. There's one YouTube video there's a YouTube video I'm gonna show y'all. It's one where I saw Verity. Yeah, I saw Verity, the little yellow ball guy. I saw him. When I say I saw him, it was not good. But someone's been raiding my loot from my house. I had stacks of jungle wood. I don't even know why there's dark oak planks in here. I have some of my chests locked. This one I have locked, definitely. That chest locked. Stone chest not locked. I have a lot of my chests locked. Someone's been stealing my stuff. But I can't claim the land that I'm in, so people can just continue doing it, and I don't like it when I do. I need some more bread. I'm going to a farm I found. It's called Wheat. Nope, wrong one. I think this is close to the place, though. Yeah, it's close to it. There's a cool underwater base that I might get killed by, because I'm the end area and roll. Oh, shoot, shoot, shoot. Ow, ow, ow! I hate the water. Whew. Nice landing. Oh, heck no, I ain't going in there. I need to get up there now. How though? Wheat farm. I need a ton of wheat. Someone owns it. Baby turtle and a zombie. Baby zombie and a baby turtle. So cute. Mouse Master Loving Home. So cool. I'm not gonna take any of their loot. I'm just looking around. Cool place that they have. I like their place. Looks nice. I like to set warps at places that look very cool. There's a reason for that. The reason is very good. Because if someone doesn't own land, and I know no one lives there, I use it. There's ways I know if someone lives there still or not. I go there at other random times to tell. This place, I'm going to figure out if someone still owns it. They don't have it claimed. That's one thing. Now they might have some chests left, but I don't think anyone lives here. There's maps left behind. Prismarine, I need these. Yeah, I don't think anyone lives here. I'm gonna check around more, so I'll put those back. I'm just gonna check around this place more, just to make sure. So, someone's chest wood. Wait, what? Nether bricks, wood, stone blocks, and alike. Okay. Tools, armors, and weapons. Diamond pickaxe. Actually, no, I won't take it from them. Plants and saplings. Hostile mob drops. I have a chest for things like that. Enchantments and cooked food, raw food, ingredients, and seeds. I'm gonna go replant the guy's farm. Yeah, I'm gonna go replant it real quick because he deserves that. If you start hearing a random voice in this, that's because I might start using Gemini in a bit. Because when I played Minecraft, before I became a YouTuber on my channel, before I played I played Minecraft a lot. I had no one to talk to really, so I'd use Gemini to talk to me. Actually, I'll get Gemini in the chat in a sec. I'll get Gemini in a second. I'll tell him to say hi. Just letting y'all know though, a lot of my content, ow. I like to make it to entertain y'all. I think y'all need to be entertained. Y'all deserve entertainment. So I make this concept. And I do need some food. Yes, food. I'm gonna plant this back. I have a feeling that's a KFC. Something just tells me it's definitely not anything obvious. Okay, if they do have foods, I will need those. Yes, they do. Sorry, bro. Sorry to whoever lives here. I just needed it because I'm close to death on the game, of course. Okay, cool. Ooh. What about over there? I think this is a mob farm. There's actually a mob. Yeah, I know there's a chest somewhere over there. I'm gonna, or a crafting table. I'm just gonna make my own. I'm just gonna wait here for a bit. Eat some more bread. I'm just gonna go AFK. Okay? I'll come back when I'm done being AFK. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, it's only 2. That's okay. Auto brewers are restocked. Time to grind. I'll come back here later. /warp. I'm gonna delete some warps. /warp. Delete. Weird. Wait, didn't I call it weird? /warp. Thought I called it weird. Weird. /warp. Delete. ever need to go AFK, I just come here. Hey, what? I heard someone. Oh, did here's something. Not that. It's definitely not it. There's a zombie somewhere. Right here. Around here. Whee! Let's go. We hit it. We hit them dubs. I saw something. Going back. Oh yeah, guys, by the way, I do have my subtitles on because when I play with horror mods, ooh, I need to know where it comes from before I start getting a panic attack. Mega launch. It's a house. It's a doggy. That's so cute. Yeah, I saw that place before. Yes, I got my wood. I got my wood. I got my wood. Let's play. Let's place whoever owns it. How? People are God's speed. Like, did they install an auto clicker to their finger or what? I went in a circle, great. Now I shouldn't be, because I know that location right there. Wait, what? No, I don't. I remember I saw a villager out there earlier. What the heck was that? I don't even know what that is. Maybe if I TP to where it's been going. Yo, homie, what you doing? What the heck even is it? Is my question. Ooh, Juke, dodge, dodge, and juke. Juke and dodge, dodge, and juke. Slash. I'm gonna go home. it's hard is because I checked earlier. And because the freaking zombies break down my doors last time I was playing. So I'm pretty sure that's still what's happening. Integrity? What? Patience? Determination? What the absolute heck? Oh, heck no! Yeah, kill yourself, homies. Not me. Oh, my dummy deer is about to die. It's basically in heaven right now. What is happening? I guess every time he collects the one, like if he collects the one right here, it switches around. I don't know. Like Kitty Kingdom, Wilderness. The wilderness is right here, which means anything outside of it I can get. Yay! Knock! Nah. I got destroyed. Let's go for me. Oh, crap, I can't go on there. Wait, another tunnel? I didn't notice this when I played here before. Because I played with on this game. But I never remember seeing a second tunnel. Really? That's what he was hiding? Just because of that. I'm blocking off both of his tunnels. Yeah, he knows who they are. But it's just funny doing that. my home? I'm gonna go use my friend's XP farm thingy that they have. Because they had an XP farm, they said. I'm gonna go try that out. Because I need a ton of XP. Oh dang, I lost my chest plate to that. Dang. Oh, what's this? Wow. Why did you open the doors again? Wait, what? What does he mean? Stop watching me. Ah, shoot. I had to use my brain for that part. I wonder if there's a way to get in there. I don't think there is. I need to find the exact spot that Candy Kingdom does not have. Because if I find it, let me check. Yeah, Candy Kingdom owns this. Wilderness, yeah. I'm in the wilderness. Okay guys, the video's over now. Bye. Let me show y'all the IP to join it. It is soulrealms.net. It is it's where it says Soul Realms, and that's where it is. Peace out. Wait. Peace out, boys. Nah, come on. You get what I'm trying to do. Bye.